Well, it's a great thing that we're recording. What are you stealing?
I am stealing Halloween Kills right now.
Don't add this.
Why
Don't add
not?
this.
Why? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Sue me?
Well, I guess we're off the what studio made Halloween?
Whatever studio works with Peacock. I think Eon.
Well, then we're not getting invited to those parties.
Fuck him. Who wants to go to those parties?
Okay, and I was planning on seeing it this weekend. Damn, like actually paying on theaters to see it.
Oh shit! Really? Okay, I'll watch it and then we'll review it next week.
Yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah!
Hell yeah. Okay. Guess what? Guess what I was doing?
You were picking out your clothes so you can get ready to leave your job.
No.
You were filing important paperwork because you're Mexican and that's what you do.
Not this time. No.
Okay. You were. Give me a second here. You were doing your hair, so that way it looks good for tonight.
No. Actually, after this, I'm gonna hop in the shower and then I'm gonna take off.
Oh, okay. You were eating dinner?
No, it's 6:30. Who eats dinner at 6:30?
Nikki's family, actually. I know they're weird. I can say that they're my family too.
I will not comment on that. But good for them, I guess.
No, they're weird. Let's be honest about this.
I'll give you another shot. Come on.
God. Okay, can you give me a hint? Give me a remote hint.
It's related to clothes, I guess.
You were trying on a new outfit?
No.
You were picking out your Halloween costume.
Yes.
Hey, what are you gonna be?
I picked it out already. I'm just picking up some accessories to like just finish it.
What are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be Ted Lasso.
Oh shit! Are you gonna get the fake mustache and everything?
I already have a mustache. I'll just shave everything off.
You're gonna shave everything to go full Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Why not? I respect that. I want you to know I really respect that.
Hell yeah. In my I don't have a very bushy beard, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just order like a fake one just in case it doesn't look as good. So, but yeah, that's the goal.
You could fill it in with Sharpie.
No, I'm gonna get high.
Who's gonna play beard? Who's gonna be your beard?
You can be my beard.
I can be beard.
You can just stand next to me and not say anything.
I don't have his like really chillness though. Like I don't have that in me.
I aspire to be as zen as Coach Beard is.
Because he's really zen though, isn't he?
Yeah, like he's amazing. He's one of my favorite like characters ever.
You know what threw me off that episode where he was going through depression? I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't mind it. I was just like, I did not expect it at all.
It felt like an episode of Atlanta. It didn't feel like an episode of Ted Lasso. It felt really off, but kind of funny because like it fits with like the mysteriousness of Beard. So yeah, if everyone listening hasn't seen Ted Lasso, dude, make it your next like binge session, as it's the best show on TV right now.
Thank you for welcoming us onto your headphones. I'm Venom.
And I am also Venom. And we
are
Venom.
That works. We're going to keep that one.
Eddie. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, directed by Andy Serkis. After finding a host body in an investigative reporter, Eddie Brock, the alien symbiote must face a new enemy, Carnage, the alter ego of serial killer Cletus Cassidy. So we're talking about the sequel to the 2018 Venom, which it feels so weird to say that came out in 2018 because I feel like it just came out. Time is irrelevant and man-made as a ploy to sell us watches. And this is a sequel. The original was directed by Zombieland director Ruben Fleischer. This one's directed by mocap legend Andy Serkis. And what a weird thing to take up on. What a weird thing to like, just like, hey, I guess I'll do this now. Like, it's a weird thing. But Tom Hardy's back. What's his name? Woody Harrelson is playing Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage. We have a really interesting really interesting ploy here. We have Venom versus Carnage. This is based on the Maximum Carnage comic book, which I played the video game when I was a kid, so I kind of know this. And this was an interesting little, and I mean that, little movie. It was a very short. It was like less than an hour and a half.
Yeah, not even 100 minutes.
Yeah, what do you think of Venom Let There Be Carnage, aka the weirdest romantic comedy that has come out in like the past few years?
It was oddly fun, like, because that's what the first Venom movie also was. It was weirdly fun. It was almost like Deadpool, but like not on the same level of comedy. It was action packed, but not as action packed as like like an MCU movie. It had heart, but it didn't have anywhere near as much heart as, like, let's say Logan or an X-Men movie. It's the quintessential B movie, but like it did a good job. It did like a good job at all of those things. It didn't excel at anything. It just did like a good job.
It met the standards. It really did.
It did. What about you? What was your first impression of the movie?
I mean, the original movie to me is like it's like an early 90s comic book movie in a way that it's very cheesy, it's kind of dumb, and it really doesn't take itself too seriously, which I like. This one follows up that route, but instead does it as like an early 2000s comic book movie, kind of much more in the vein of like something like Daredevil or like Blade or even the original X-Men trilogy. It's kind of stupid, it's kind of dumb, but this one takes a little itself less seriously. And here is where I kind of stand. Like, I have 1 foot in the sand, 1 foot in the water. On one hand, I can appreciate how dumb, funny, stupid the movie was. On the other hand, I think we were robbed of a really interesting, dark Venom movie. And I know how that sounds like. I don't want to sound like every white guy with a beard talking about comic book movies on the internet, but I feel like Venom is such an interesting character and such a fun, dynamic character that it kind of robs to make it such a simple movie, especially with what happened at the post-credit scene, but we'll talk about that when we get to that. This is basically The Odd Couple. This is a gay rom-com because it's got all the same, it's just got the same template. At first they're together and they have so many differences, so they break up, and one of them goes to like a nightclub and is like, man, fuck you, I don't need you anyway. But then they're crying like, oh, I miss him, I'm nothing without him. And then they get back together, and of course it's a rom-com. It's a fucking rom-com.
I didn't think of it like that, but you're right. It's, oh man, it is. But okay, let me ask this though. Going in, did you expect them to separate? Because I was like, okay, that's the next logical thing. I didn't know that they were, but once they did, I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense actually, because the last one was them getting together. This one has to be them realizing they need each other, and then the third one, the relationship will be, hopefully solid.
Because this is not like Venom villain, Spider-Man villain. This is Lethal Protector Venom. This is kind of like not even an anti-hero. He's a hero. Like, he wants to do good for the world. He's not gonna do things for like his own selfish ways. Like, that's why I can't classify this Venom as an anti-hero. He's a hero. He's a lethal protector. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna mention, what did you think? I have some theories, real quick. What did you think of also the aspect they didn't go the direction I thought they were, where Eddie and his ex-fiance Annie were gonna get back together? They separated, but like for good this time. Like, no chance of them getting back together. What do you think of that? Because I thought that was like going in a completely different direction.
Completely. I didn't think she was going to be in this movie. I thought she was done. And I think it's kind of interesting that, like, they keep a good dynamic. I like how her doctor fiance now, I like how he doesn't hate Eddie Brock. Like, they don't hate each other. Like, they even have like in the first movie, he wants to help him. Like, there's no animosity between them. That's a cool new dynamic. Eddie and Annie being kind of friends. It's also kind of nice. Like, this is like, there's no jealousy of it. Well, there is, but like, it's used more for comedic effect. It's not used for like really dramatic effects, which is, this movie doesn't need to. This movie knows it's a popcorn movie, and it kind of takes full advantage of that. But Yeah, do I need a love interest for Eddie Brock? Not really. I don't really care about that. Like he has Venom, like that. Like that's really all they need. And but I like how if they were gonna keep her, if they were gonna keep Michelle Williams, who's one of the finest dramatic actresses of our time. I don't know what the fuck she's doing in these movies. Like, because like when I see her, I think of like that scene from Manchester by the Sea where like she's crying in front of Casey Affleck and she's like, you broke my heart. Like when she go, like I see her every time I see her in a movie, she has to suffer. Like that's what it's like when you see Sean Bean in a movie, you're like, oh, you're gonna die. Like it's the same thing with her. So when she's here and she's like kind of okay, it's like,
That's
what?
not okay.
Like that's not okay. I don't know. It's like seeing, I don't know. It's like it's really odd. It would be like, I don't know. Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you now. All right. Okay. I think I lost you for a sec.
Okay. Yeah, you got cut off there. Okay, so yeah, so I see her and I think, oh, she's gonna deliver like a powerhouse performance. Like this role is beneath her. So I don't know what. No, like she's too good for this. So I don't know what the fuck she's doing here. And but good for her. But good for her if she's getting that Sony Marvel money. I'm good for her.
I mean, it could also be like the reoccurring role. Maybe it's because you gotta imagine comic book roles are sought out if for nothing else, the dependable paycheck. She knows she's gonna get his 3 pictures out of that contract. Probably make what, $1 million, $2 million per shot, $6 million in the bank. I mean, that's I'm not trying to throw stones, but I mean, if she's doing it for the paycheck, I'm not gonna judge her.
No, not at all. But it's kind of cool how there's one scene where I really liked her, which is when she gets like Venom is in her, and then she saves Eddie Brock and like brings him back and just gives Venom back to him, and she goes, "I am never gonna do that again." Okay, maybe one more time because it was kind of fun. Yeah, like I love that. I love when they did that.
Well, see, they're just having a lot of fun. But this movie is. I want to talk about real quick because we talked a little bit about Venom and Eddie's relationship. I want to talk about the other big relationship in this movie, which is the Joker and Harley Quinn. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, if I can say that Venom and Eddie are an item, I mean, we can make that comparison as well, I guess. I did not know that Naomi Harris was in this movie, and I did not know that she was going to play Shriek. Like, I know Shriek, I know this character. So the fact that, you know, she is gonna be there, I'm like, oh, she's awesome. She's always such a fun character actress. She's so good in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and you know, she shines here as well. So she and Woody Harrelson, I think, are the actors that are having a fucking blast. They're having the time of their lives.
They are
playing this like super insane characters, and they're having so much fun, and so am I just watching them.
But again, it's weird because I remember just watching them as they were walking out of the asylum on fire, and I'm just being like, this is what Harley and Joker should have been like in the DCEU. Like they should portray them like this. Because like they're a batshit nuts couple, but even Nikki was like, you can tell they care about each other.
They do.
Like they do actually, like there's none of this like abusive, like, oh, I'm just using you. Like, no, there's actual love there, you know?
Yeah. They do see each other as equals, and the main point of difference comes from Carnage, who cannot stand her powers.
Yeah.
Also,
I found out something. I'm sorry. I'm all over this movie because it's a Marvel superhero movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's kind of that's what we come for.
But no, do you remember that scene where Carnage kind of shows up and Venom's like, "Oh shit, that's a red one." Nope. Yeah. You know why he freaked out so much?
What?
Okay, so I want to talk about the detail in this movie for just a moment and how like great it is. So, folks, kids, children, listen up. Now, go back and watch.
Fuck. Oh, because kids were. No, never mind.
No, okay, look. Go back and watch all the transformations of Eddie Brock and Venom. If you notice, Venom comes out from behind and wraps around Eddie Brock. He doesn't pour out of his veins. He comes from around him. They're symbiotic, but also again, he doesn't come from Eddie's pores. Not in that way. They're still two relatively different entities to some degree, right?
Yeah.
look at Carnage and how he transforms. If you go back and watch it, he comes out of Cassidy, right?
Yeah.
He comes out of his pores, out of his skin, meaning that the way they're melded is different. And almost like Carnage is more in control or more at one with his body. He's actually coming of his blood. There's a point where someone throws something at him and he kind of like sweeps open. Cassidy's body isn't there because he's one with Carnage. That's why Venom's like, oh, fuck. Because he knows that's going to be harder to beat because they really are one being versus Eddie and Venom, which can be separated. So yeah. I'm sorry, the detail work in this movie, I fucking love it.
No, and that makes complete sense. And they also touch on those subjects where they go like, oh, we're symbiotic, but these two are not, and you know that leads to a really fun fight at the end. The fight scene at the church was pretty fun. It kind of echoed the scene from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 where like he drops Gwen and like die, but not in this one. In this one, she survives. Well done, Sony. We saw what you were doing. Keep going. And
I thought the same thing actually.
Yeah, and it concludes in, I think, one of the most... So this is a PG-13 rated movie, and because of that, they're allowed one F-bomb, and I think they utilized it pretty well when he goes, fuck this guy, just like, it's him. Yeah. Because like in the first one, it's just when he's going to go fight the other symbiote, he just goes, oh, fuck it, let's go save the world. Like, that's not tasty. This one was like, fuck this guy. Like, God. I just spit while saying that. That's how good that was. That's how good that was. Yeah.
What did you think? I thought the first Venom, the one of, if not the biggest strength of that movie was the chemistry between Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy. You know,
he likes to play. He likes to play with himself. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, no judgment. I'm not going to judge him. But again, in this movie, seemingly the biggest strength in this entire movie is the chemistry between Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy, between, you know, Eddie Brock and Venom.
Yeah.
What did you think of like their interactions? Because like some of them were fucking hilarious and some of them were really deep and meaningful. Like
I said, this is a rom-com, and it's treated like that. This movie was written by Hardy and Kelly Marcel. Kelly Marcel is a wonderful screenwriter who has written such hits as Saving Mr. Banks, the Cruella remake, the first 50 Shades of Grey, and the first Venom. So the focus of this movie is very much on this is a relationship, and you know they're going through a tough fight, you know, and he moves out and then he has to move back in, and it's complicated. And I like Tom Hardy. I very much like Tom Hardy. I've liked him in every movie that I've seen him, even in that stupid movie where he played a spy with Reese Witherspoon and Chris Pine. So
Spy versus Spy or something.
I think it was called This Is War or something like this.
You're right.
Yeah. So he's a very fun actor because he chews the scenery. He's very kooky as Eddie Brock. Like he's supposed to be like this composed newsman, but he's so weird. He even before he has Venom, he's weird. The way that he talks, the way that he walks, he's kind of strange. So when he's fused with Venom, it kind of makes complete sense. These two kindred spirits. I like the relationship. I like how the movie is very basic, not in an offensive way, but like in a way that it's very easy to follow and it's very entertaining. But my main thing is that, and we can jump into like hardcore spoilers here. Do we want to or not yet?
Yeah, fuck yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen this movie, it's not our problem. It's your problem.
Yeah. So post-credit scene, the movie ends and like Venom and Eddie have to run away because of bullshit reasons, because they don't really need to run away, but they need to go away somewhere. And they're somewhere in a beach and they're having like, they're in a beach. And suddenly out of nowhere, Doctor Strange's spell from the Nick Spider-Man takes place. And Eddie Brock / Venom are transported into another dimension. And in this dimension, it's the MCU. And now Eddie Brock and Venom exist in the MCU. And now they have a weird fixation by seeing Spider-Man on TV. I don't know why, because I grew up with comic books. I grew up with Venom. I know why Venom is like attached to Spider-Man, because he was with him first. Because that's why he has the white spider on his chest. And then when he joins with Eddie Brock, they both have a vendetta towards Peter Parker and Spider-Man. So I get that why. I don't know how they're going to how they're going to implement that here, because in this universe, Venom is not a villain. He's a lethal protector. So how is this going to work?
So, and I actually thought the same thing, but Fernie actually made a point. I don't know if he did it on the Venom review or if he made it when we were just like hanging out. When he mentioned, remember, he is a lethal protector, so he'll eat bad guys. And how did that video present Spider-Man as a public menace? Look, there's my new target. I'm gonna go eat that motherfucker.
Okay.
So maybe it's not as personal, but it's like, hey, you're bad. I'm gonna eat you now. You know?
Okay, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
it could be. Fernie made that point. I did not.
There's one brain cell between all three of us, and Fernie's using it most of the time. Yeah. So okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense. But then, how is Venom there? Because I thought that the reason why he was transported was because of Doctor Strange's spell to make everyone forget that he exists. Mm-hmm. So did it fail? Is that a spoiler for like the next movie, or like?
Well, and again, Fernie made this point because we made a point of like, okay, that spell is supposed to make everyone forget about Peter Parker being Spider-Man, right? But Venom sees it after the spell. Maybe it was Wanda. Maybe it was when Ken went down, or maybe it was Doctor Strange.
That's good. No, because I thought it was Doctor Strange because you could see like the golden like circle thing when like he gets like transported.
Yeah,
so that's why.
So yeah, I've got no clue, man. I've got no fucking clue.
Oh shit! The next Spider-Man is gonna be good. The next Doctor Strange is gonna be good. Oh shit! So here's the thing. Mm-hmm. I am okay with them. If Venom is gonna exist in the MCU, wonderful. If it's gonna be Tom Hardy again, wonderful. This Venom complicates things because he's not a villain, and I kind of want to see Spider-Man and Venom fight like vendettas out, because I mean you can say a lot of things about Spider-Man 3, but they fought for the right reasons, you know.
So apparently, and I don't know if this interview was done pre or post Disney acquisition, but apparently in the third installment of Venom, they want to incorporate the Dragon Grindel, which is basically a dragon symbiote. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're going to do Venom 3 and then they're going to do Venom versus Spider-Man. I don't know if Venom is going to be in No Way Home. I don't know if, what they're going to do.
Yeah.
After the fact. I don't think Venom is going to be in No Way Home. I don't think so.
Me neither.
But imagine Venom popping up, and Tobey Maguire just looks at young Tom Hollander, and Tom Holland is just like, kid, you sound. You use the pipes. Hit him with it? No. Make sounds with it. What?
Yeah.
It's the only way to win, kid.
I could see it happening. I could see it. I mean, if they want to save this Venom for like the No Way Home after credit scene, maybe it's gonna be like Peter Parker goes to college, and that's gonna be his next challenge, because technically these movies have been like a year each, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what the future holds for the Venom in the MCU, but yeah, that was fun to see in theaters. Because like we were in theaters, like we're watching it, and I was like, oh my fucking shit. Like, they crazy for this one, Kev. They crazy for this one. And yeah, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but it seems fun, and I don't know, we'll see how that turns out. What else caught your attention in this movie?
The relationships. I want to talk about the scene that broke me for a minute in the theater. When Venom is fighting Eddie, and he was
when he leaves.
Yeah, when he breaks his nose, it's like, oh god, here, oh my god, I'm sorry, let me fix it so I can break it again. And then he takes over a body and just fucks up Eddie's bike.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just
Oh yeah, and he goes like, no, not the bike, not the bike. Because
No.
like I saw this movie with my sister, and like my sister next to me just went like, no, not the Ducati, not the Ducati, no. She was just fucking it up, and then she just went with some other dude and just like flipped him off, like I say, as a symbiote. It was fun. Like not gonna lie, this was a fun movie. It's not a good movie. Like it's kind of campy and it's fun, but like it's not gonna win any awards or break any hearts or anything. I guess it's fine, but I don't think the definitive Venom movie has happened, and I'm kind of waiting for that to happen because I would love to see it.
I think the definitive Venom movie would have to be Venom versus Spider-Man. Or Spider-Man versus Venom. And I don't think that's going to be Venom 3. I think that'll come after Venom 3. Because I there's too much gas left in the tank for them to just end it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I hope not. But this movie, as short as it was, it never felt like it dragged.
No.
I
because
think
the first one, I think felt I felt like a drag.
I don't know what more they could have added to this movie, honestly. I want to talk about Cassidy for a sec.
Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's character. I want to talk about him for a moment. So he made a handful of good points in that final like fist fight with Eddie Brock when he makes a point of like Cletus Cassidy. There you go. He makes a point of saying, you only printed half the story. You only printed the part where I killed my grandma and my parents. You didn't include the part where they beat me, where they abused me, where they hurt me. They tortured me for days. You didn't include any of that. You just included the part where I was the monster because fuck you, and that's why. Which, yeah, fair enough, man. The guy might be a bastard, but he had a pretty good point.
In the words of Jake Peralta, cool motive, still murder.
But I think they could have done more with that. Honestly, I kind of wish there had been add like 15 minutes to the movie, give Cassidy more reason or more leverage or whatever. Maybe have there be two fights between Cassidy and between Carnage and Venom, because I know it kind of felt like it was one really long fight. I kind of wish they had skirmished a couple times though.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that as well. I don't think it's like I've been saying before, I don't think this is the definitive Venom movie or Venom story. Like they could have done so much more that I can't help to feel like this might be like a wasted opportunity. And it's not a stupid movie. It's a fun movie, but it's kind of like, look, there are worse adaptations where like they don't even adapt correctly the source material, and they don't make it fun either. I'm looking at you, Percy Jackson, but fantastic books, better than Harry Potter. Terrible movies.
Calm the fuck down there for a minute, Chema.
Oh, you want to fight? We can fight about this.
Hold on.
Why haven't we fought about this? We should fight about this.
Hold on. I just want to say this.
Yeah.
In college, I don't remember them ever offering a Percy Jackson and the Olympians class.
Yes. I agree. And here's the thing. I genuinely believe that if Percy Jackson would have had better movies, it would be bigger than Harry Potter.
No, because Percy Jackson's missing one more big thing that Harry Potter had. Actually, two things.
A writer who's not a TERF?
That's one strike. Fair enough.
No. Boom. I won.
No, you did not. White guy with beard on the internet.
I'm Mexican.
Mexican with beard on the internet. No, Harry Potter has two things. One, they're British, and people love British.
So?
And two, Alan Rickman. I rest my case.
You know who else?
I rest my case.
Margaret Thatcher.
Huh?
You know who else was British? Margaret Thatcher.
You know who else was white, like in Percy Jackson and the Olympians? Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus directed the first Percy Jackson movie.
Wait, did he direct? He directed the first Harry Potter movie, right? Also the first two?
The first two, yes.
Damn, he couldn't make lightning strike twice, huh?
No, he could not.
No,
he could not. That's a good one. I will give you that one. Okay. No, but for real, there are 25 books in the Percy Jackson like book universe. Okay,
Wow, they're really milking it, huh?
and it just ended. Like it just ended this year. Okay, and it started in 2005 and it just ended. And Disney Plus is making a live action show, one book per season, one season per book, and that's gonna be like if that needs to be good, okay? Because the movies were terrible. We got way off topic. But the point is, the comparison that I wanted to make was that the Percy Jackson movies were so bland, so boring. They didn't stick to the source material correctly, and they were not fun. So what they didn't do anything right. This one, it doesn't stick to the source material, but it's fun. So at least it's got that. Okay.
What was I gonna say? Do you think at any point we're going to see Carnage in the MCU, maybe as like a redub or something, or him coming back in Venom?
That's actually something that bothered me about this movie. Since we're talking spoilers, I hated that they killed off Carnage. Like they could do so much more with him. Why would they just kill him?
And I'll discredit my point with another point that Fernie made. Maybe there's a Cassidy in the MCU because he was from a different universe.
I mean, technically,
you never know. Hey, you never know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Apparently, that detective that you remember the detective that Screech was trying to kill?
The most bland detective, boring character I've seen in a movie in a long time. So no discredit to the actor, but oh my god, every time he was on screen, he was so boring and so bored. Like he did not give any like attention. Like oh god. Anyway, yeah, go on.
No. So just so you know, apparently he's another symbiote by the name of Venom. By the name of Toxin. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So and I don't know if you've noticed, but his eyes were like changed colors at the very very end of Venom when he was laying down. So maybe. But I
feel like maybe they just I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't want to see another symbiote versus symbiote fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, granted, I want to see him cool.
I want to see him fight Spider-Man. Like that's what I want to see.
I want to see him fight like a real threat.
Not
a real threat, but you get what I mean, right? Like, make him fight someone that he can't just ooze around. You know what I mean?
If they're gonna do Carnage again, can they at least do Ben Reilly Carnage? Or like Benjamin Reilly is like this genetic clone of Peter Parker, and then so he's Spider-Man, but then he gets Carnage, and then so he's Spider Carnage. Like that one was a cool comic. Like I want to see that.
With the Peter Parker clones?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those it's one of those like pan comics of all time.
I don't care. Spider Carnage was dope as fuck when I was a kid. Okay. Remember the 90s TV show?
Yeah, that's fair. You're not wrong.
Yeah, he was awesome in that. Yeah.
Well, no, wasn't that the only time where like where Spider-Man and Venom teamed up to deal with Carnage because it was like this guy's too big of a threat. Like we need to team together.
Yeah, they did it there. They did it in the PlayStation 1 game, which is also great. Yeah, that one was good. Look, I don't know what Sony's going to do. I don't know what Marvel's going to do. I don't know what their plan is, but I'm excited because seeing this Venom fight this Spider-Man would be pretty cool. But so because of that, I prefer this one over the first Venom. I think the first Venom drags out in a lot of scenes, but this one I think has a lot of more fun moments. I think Andy Serkis was having a fun time directing, and Tom Hardy is having a great time. And not gonna lie, this was a pretty fun movie. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I might watch it again just for the fuck of it, but like I said, it's not gonna win any awards. It's not gonna win the critics. It might win audience. Like audiences might enjoy this. If you want to see a good Venom movie, watch Upgrade. That's as closest.
Oh shit! You're not the only one to say that. Actually, the nostalgia critics said the same thing.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a fucking great. It is the Venom movie that's like the dark, twisted like Venom. Like that's the thing.
You know.
I'm glad Eminem made money off this too. Like, good for him.
No, well, you know what's the only reason why I wouldn't want that? Actually, why I wouldn't want a darker adaptation? Because I like the chemistry and the joking between Venom and Eddie. Like, yeah, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
Yes. God damn it, Nappa.
Yeah, no. But remember that Piccolo could hear Kami and Neil in his head, and they would have full-on conversations.
Yeah.
They kind of use that same trope here, and I like that, and I think it's fucking hilarious. And I'd rather have that versus an evil Venom that's a dick. And I know that's more like closer to what the comics are. But quite frankly, if we're gonna not follow comics 100%, I'd rather than break it like here than somewhere else. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense, and I completely understand where you're coming from, and I see that. It's just that, like I said, it kind of puts me like, oh man, like this is fun, but like we could have had something awesome. Like this is, I hate making this comparison, but imagine you read Batman comics your entire life, and then you're like, hey, they're gonna make a Batman movie, and it's Batman and Robin. When we could have had, something like
The Dark
Knight or Joker, and I don't love Joker, but will I want to see like a Joker-esque movie with Venom? Sure. I'd love to see something like that. This one, I guess, is fine. It kind of fits the MCU, and I can see why they're building up the jokes and everything. My main thing is going to be, if we're going to see him and Spider-Man fight, I want to see them fight for like a good reason and not for a stupid reason,
I'm sure they can find a reason. Maybe not that Eddie Brock wants to go home. They'll find a motive.
Yeah, because like this Spider-Man is not even a photographer yet. Like he's not even into that yet. So why would they fight? They need to find like an actual reason. They're not even close to like the same age. So I don't know.
I was gonna suggest, what if Venom accidentally kills MJ, but we can't kill two MJs? We can't kill two love interests in a row for Spider-Man.
I mean, why not?
Do we want to go through that? I don't want him to like move on from MJ and get with Gwen. Oh, well, what if they introduce Gwen?
They should introduce Gwen. Like it's about time.
Who should play her?
Who should play Gwen? She's already in Spider-Man, so I can't really choose her. But like the girl who plays the other, the who dates the friend in the second one.
Really?
She was so good in The Nice Guys as Ryan Gosling's daughter.
That's right.
So it
was great.
Yeah, so she was great in that. So when she said, "Oh, she's gonna be in Spider-Man," she hasn't done a lot, but she was fun in in what she was. Give me a second.
Do you think any of the Spider-Men will die in No Way Home? Or what casualties are you expecting in No Way Home?
Aunt May, probably.
No, I think it's too early.
Really?
Peter's lost someone very important to him in each of these last two movies. Like, I don't think he can go a third.
Then why? Okay, I quote from the first Spider-Man: "No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, the ones I love will always be the ones who pay." This is the thing. This is the shadow that looms over Spider-Man on every single one of his stories, which is why I like these new takes on Spider-Man, because they're kind of comfier and they're kind of funny and they're high schooly. They're not as depressing, but to me, the best Spider-Man story was the story from the Spider-Man PS4 game. Okay, to me, that is the best a Spider-Man story can be. That and Into the Spider-Verse. Okay, and sadly, it comes with a lot of that. So I want to see what's going to happen. I want to see how they fight, and I want to see where this goes. I want to see him fight Kingpin. I want to see where this goes. But if Venom and Spider-Man fight for a stupid reason, I'm going to be kind of upset. I'll enjoy it, and I'll watch it like more than once in theaters. But I'll be kind of upset. I'm sure Kevin right now is crying in his mansion. But that's how I feel. They're going
to find a good reason. I don't see them. You only get so many chances at a moment like that. I'm not going to say it's on the same level, but it reminds me of like Captain America picking up Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big fucking moment. I don't think they're going to fuck it up. I don't see them fucking it up.
They hope not, because we've already seen Venom and Spider-Man fight in theaters, and it wasn't terrible. Like, it could have been way worse. I think Spider-Man 3 gets a bad rap. I don't think it's as bad as people remember.
It's really not. People, I think, overwork it.
Yeah. I think it's just Spider-Man 2 is so good that people just want something better when it's kind of impossible. We got really off topic. So Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, or this movie, of course, gets its title from sorry,
you good?
Yeah, just you can cut this part. Sorry. Sorry, my thing is frozen.
You're good.
Yeah, it's just I'm following my notes. Yeah, it's just I'm following my notes and
What's it called?
Okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, here we go. The movie Venom: Let There Be Carnage, of course, gets its title from Genesis 1:3, and Carnage said, "Let there be carnage," and there was carnage. Please clap. Okay, so yeah. Final thoughts?
I'm still clapping.
I hear you. Yeah,
that was actually a pretty good line, actually.
No.
Final thoughts. It was fun.
Yeah.
It didn't change the world, but it wasn't supposed to. I just can't wait to see Venom and Spider-Man go toe to toe. Yeah.
Do you have a score?
Oh yeah, I should give it a score. B. I give the first one an A.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a fun movie. I think I'll end up revisiting the first one more than this one. Also, the song is good, but not as good.
Yeah, because this one doesn't go Venom.
No, well, because this one has like 2 guest guys, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about them. I only get 1 verse from Eminem. Fuck y'all. Skylar, you're lucky Skylar Gray's in there. Otherwise, I would have given a lower score.
Okay. Can't wait to hear Venom in the Super Bowl. Can't fucking wait. I'm gonna give this a 7. Solid 7. Because to me, the first one is like a 6.
Mm-hmm. Really? This is a step up for you?
I like this one more than the first one.
That's fair, I guess. We each have a different reasons why, I suppose. Better villain, definitely so. You know what? You're 100%. Right. B+. Still not as good as the first one.
Hell yeah. No, to me, this is because I think the first one drags and it's not as fun. And I think this one like takes advantage that it's shorter and that it's really fun. So yeah, it's fun. It really doesn't do anything for the genre or like makes anything better, but it's a fun movie to just sit down and watch. So yeah, there it is. And hopefully the ending leads to great things. So that is our review of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And yeah, next week, the plan is to do Halloween Kills, hopefully.
Halloween Kills and hopefully Ted Lasso.
Hopefully Ted Lasso season 2. And we'll see how we can round up. You want to close out?
Sure. Oh, and folks, before we close out real quick, be on the lookout. I'm about to drop like a shit ton of video content on Sunday, hopefully. God willing. Like a metric shit ton of video content.
While you're there, follow us on Instagram. We now have an Instagram and we're posting
it's
stuff.
Really fucking great. It's a great fucking Instagram.
Thank you. The Instagram is called The Rollback Podcast. We're there. Before we sign off, I wanted to do something. And that is, I want to give a little shout out to a friend of mine, my friend Lavi, a really good friend of mine. We grew up together. We went to college together, and she's one of my closest friends. She's streaming on Twitch. You can find her under the name Captain Lavi, Captain with a K. And she was really kind enough to give us a shout out on one of her streams the other day. So, so paying her back the favor. Shout out to Lavi. She's great. She's really funny. She's playing Resident Evil 2, and she is one of the funniest screamers in the game. Just go there and let her know that her hair looks really nice and that she's very funny. So because she is, and her hair does look nice. So that is our show. go check her out. She's cool. And yeah, that is our show. Follow us on Instagram, The Rollback Podcast. Follow us on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
Where we get your podcast.
The Rollback Podcast. Yeah, we're all out there. We are
the Rollback.
The Rollback. And yeah, my name was Chema.
I've been Eddie.
And this
was the Rollback.
Signing off with a reminder to check out Lavi in her streams. She's awesome. Yeah. I don't have anything else.
check your Halloween candy for razor blades, even though there's no real recorded thing of that ever happening.
Yo, watch out for your kids' Halloween candy. A lot of college students are putting in their college debt in their Halloween candy. They're giving it to your children.
I know. If you thought razor blades were bad, just wait till you find out the fact that death does not undo college debt. Bye, everybody.
College kids.